What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and today we are back to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County, and this is season 16, episode 7. Hold on, y'all. I thought I had all my little stuff in order, but I didn't. But let's just get into it, shall we? Let's get started. All right, y'all. So this episode starts out with Emily, uh, Jen, and Nicole meeting at the store to shop for bathing suits or whatever they're going to wear in Cabo. Okay. So Nicole comes in there and she's basically talking to the ladies and telling them that if Noella comes on this trip, child, she is going to sit this one out. Okay. Because she is about done with Noella and her bullshit. Okay. She is not about to be breaking bread with her, and she ain't got no time. First of all, Nicole, you don't want to be around Noella and Heather in the same room because you've been behind the scenes chatterboxing and bullshitting. That's exactly what you've been doing, okay? And you ain't about to tell me nothing different, okay? You are trying to be Heather's bestie, and Heather don't like that good Noella. So now you're going to do whatever you can to try to make Noella look bad. And that's exactly what she tried to do with the ladies, because she even told the ladies that Noella actually talks crap about them too. And I'm like, but what was said about you? What you say, girl? Because ain't nobody going to just, I know for me, if I'm talking shit about somebody and I'm the only one doing all the talking, my grandfather taught me a long time ago, if you talking the most and they ain't talking enough, they gonna be talking. And it's gonna be about you and whoever the hell else you done said something about. So you got to be mindful of what you're saying to these ladies, okay? Because clearly either Nicole was gathering information so that she can come back and talk shit to the ladies, or she was definitely offering up some information her daggone self, okay? So moving right along, Emily concurs. She says in her confessional, she thinks Nicole is just trying to make everyone hate Noella, which at this point, Noella doing a damn good job by herself of having people not like her ass. But I definitely think Nicole wants to basically just eliminate Noella. She probably want to take Noella's spot, but Nicole just seems, I don't think she can even be a full-time housewife because she just seems so freaking awkward. Like she doesn't mingle well with other people. Let me just say that. Like she seems like she just want to be cute and think she all that by herself. Okay. And that ain't how I work on these reality shows, child. You got to be friends and you got to get along. You got to talk. You got to do something besides come around. That ain't enough. Okay. So moving right along, in the next scene, Shannon talks to her boyfriend about packing for Cabo, and she's feeling apprehensive because she wasn't at the last event and she didn't really get to close up those conversations like the ones that she had with Emily and Gina, where they were saying she was fake and how she, was talking to Heather or whatever, and they had that big blow up and then they kind of somewhat patched things up. She didn't really get to have another conversation to kind of solidify how they're going to move forward. So she's kind of feeling a little apprehensive about, how it's going to be going on the trip. And she just really wants to make sure that, the conversations are going to be, not crazy. Like she just wants to move on. Okay. So then, Gina in the next scene meets with Heather at her house, which I ain't really liking Gina this season. It's something about her. It's giving, I think I'm more than what I am and I'm actually the brokest bitch on the show. Like I don't think she realizes that she's not giving what people watch. Okay. You're not giving glitz and glam. You can't go and borrow the glitz and glam, if you will, from your friends. And that's exactly what I feel like she does with Heather. Like I think that Gina basically sells herself to the highest freaking bidder. Whoever is the richest bitch on the show, that's who she gonna be friends with and clamor with too. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's who she wants to gravitate to the most, because she feels like Heather may have all this power because she has so much money. And I'm just like, girl, you are so lame. Like, I am so over Gina. I don't even know. But anyway, she go over Heather house to basically ask her. She's like, Noella, she's going through something, and I just want to be there for her, and can she just come on the trip, because I feel like I can watch her better. I can like be there for her more if she's like with me, like, Gina, shut the fuck up. I know the damn producers that set you up to have this scene to talk to her, because you don't live with this broad. So how do you feel like having her with you on a vacation is going to make her feel so much closer and feel so much better about her situation? And then Gina brings up a point where she says that it's probably going to be hurtful for her when they come back. She's, because Noella was like, what am I going to do for these, whatever, how many days they're going to be gone, that you guys are gone. And then, I guess when they come back, they all going to be all hunky dory about talking about their trip or whatever. So I guess she didn't want to feel left out. So Heather was like, you know what? I really didn't want to invite this hoe for a reason. I don't want her on my trip. So why are you coming in here pandering to me, trying to get me to bring this broad on this trip? And you know what? She gave my daughter, let me tell you what she did. This is exactly why I don't want her coming on my damn trip. She done gave my daughter some pornography cards. Yeah, yep, gave her a gift. Okay. And let me tell you what these cards say. Okay. She said, I'm really not. I really don't have no patience. She said the card says weird things like push, like lick, get something about getting your ass licked, and touch that right, and all this stuff. And I was like, oh no, Noella, girl, did you read these cards? Why would you give this to some 17-year-old girl? Now I understand Noella was just trying to be child. She's trying to be in the mix. She's trying to, be free spirited and all these things. But you don't give no baby no cards like that, okay? You just don't. She is exploring her newfound sexuality. She don't need to be doing it like that. Okay? That's just tacky. That's tacky, Noella. And I don't like that. I don't like it. Okay? So Heather was like, it's basically a bunch of porn cards that she gave to my 17-year-old daughter. And I'm not here for it. She says, but you know what? I will invite Noella, Gina, but your ass is responsible for her. Okay? And when I say responsible for her, if she makes an ass of herself on this trip, I am coming for your neck. Okay? Yours. Because you made me invite her. Okay? So let's make that very effing clear. Okay? So moving right along, in the next scene, everyone's at the airport getting on the flight. She says her and her, Heather is obviously, they're flying private, because that's the only way Heather can go, because she's so rich. Which, like I told y'all before, I do love that Heather is rich. I'm not even going to lie to you. I love seeing the glitz and glam of it all. And I do like the fact that she likes to share. But I don't like how she's very boastful. Like, she try to act like she's not boasting about it, but she really fucking is. Like, she's like, hey, everybody, I'm rich, bitch, and I want y'all to know, and you gonna see how rich I am, okay? I pray that Terry never leaves her ass. I really, really do, because life is going to be so different for her. It'll probably be different for him, too, because I can imagine, as organized as Heather is, she provides a certain level of, lowered anxiety for her always being there and doing whatever it is that she does for their family. But I can just see her being one of those broken women if he leave her ass, because she don't have nothing for herself. Like, she has her podcast and all those things, but she's grown accustomed to such a lifestyle that I don't think Heather would be Heather without all the things, the life that Terry has afforded her. She would probably go crazy. Okay. So anyway, they all are at the airport. They're leaving. They're flying private, child. And apparently Noella is going to be there a day later. Okay. She couldn't come. And Nicole didn't come because, like we saw in the scene with Emily and Jen, she said she ain't coming if Noella coming. So now that Noella coming, Nicole gonna stay put. So They arrive in Cabo, and Emily says, they arrive in Cabo, and apparently Shannon has been drinking. She done turned into fun Shannon at this point because she is turned up and loosey goosey, okay? And so she's drinking, and she says, "Yeah, fun Emily is here. Let's have fun. Cheers to fun Emily." And Emily says, "If you say fun Emily one more damn time, I'm gonna you gonna be wearing that tequila, okay?" Because she's basically like, "Don't try to make me seem like I'm dry. That's you. You the one needs some drinks or a vacation to turn up. I don't, okay? You see me, hello, roll that beautiful bean footage. I've been turned up this whole season, okay? I don't need all that to be fun. So don't call me fun Emily, and don't think I forget that you was talking shit about me behind my back. But you know what? I'm gonna have fun on this little trip with you, okay? I ain't gonna start no problems. Don't start none, won't be none, Shannon. Okay?" So they get to the house, and there's a private mariachi band greeting them, and as they come in and go gather around the pool and kind of walk around the house finding their rooms, and everyone chooses a room, and Emily and Gina decide to share a room together. So Jen is talking. In the next scene, Jen is talking to Ryan on the phone, and I just feel like their relationship is just so awkward. Like he slings insults left and right to her, and she just kind of catches them left and right. And I just think that honestly, I just think that's how their relationship is. Like they just have like this banter back and forth, that or she just accepts it because that's her husband and she don't want to cause any strife, so she just kind of goes along with it. Like it's kind of like a dry humor, if you will. And it just seems like when he's talking to her, he speaks to her as if it's a waste of his time talking to her on the phone. I'm just like, wow, that's a lot. And I don't even think, and she does say in her confessional that she doesn't think that either of them appreciates what each other does. He doesn't appreciate that she's the breadwinner bringing all this money into the household so that they are afforded to do all the things that they can do. And she admits that she doesn't really wholeheartedly appreciate everything he does for their family with their kids, which I don't think that she don't appreciate it. I think that she just wishes that she could be there more, but maybe she can be there more. A lot of times we create our own situations with our children where we're not creating time. We think that going out here working 24 hours a day is really what's going to create a better lifestyle for them and make them happier because they have things. When 9 times out of 10, these children just want their parents home. They want to spend time with their family. They don't really care about all this shit that we buying. So, I don't know. I mean, I saw in the previews where this relationship does have some trouble in paradise, but I hope for the sake of the children, they can, stick it out and stay together. So in the next scene, Heather sits down with Gina and Emily, and she shows them their vacation home blueprints for their home in Cabo that her and Terry are building. And she kind of gets a little emotional because she recaps a dream that she had where Nikki and Max were standing. They were standing somewhere, and they said, "Mom would have loved this." And she immediately starts breaking down, and she says, "I got these vacation homes so that they can have something to remember us by, or they can just have something." And I feel like sometimes as parents, we want to give our kids all this stuff that they really don't want. They probably gonna sell them damn houses and take the money. In all honesty, they're not going to be like, as a parent, you would think that, oh, we have this vacation home my parents have, and we're going to take our families there every year for Christmas, and we're all going to be together. Probably not. Okay, these kids of this day and age are not thinking about that. They probably just thinking about the money or whatever. You really got to instill that stuff in them very, very young, or let them know before you got to damn near tell them before you die, listen, don't sell this damn house. Okay, I want y'all to come here every summer with these kids. Okay, and I want you to pretend like I'm here. And even then, they probably won't even listen to your ass. But anyway, Heather was emotional because I can tell Heather really loves her children. She is very all about family. And I think that she really just wants the best for her kids, and she wants them to be, tough, tight. Okay. And she wants to give them places they can share together and enjoy each other. Then Heather tells Gina and Emily that they pretty much own the rest of their day. She only scheduled horseback riding for them. But other than that, they can do whatever the heck they want to do. So in the next scene, Noella is back home packing for Cabo, and her damn dog Fido, child, which AKA Rihanna, is all in the damn suitcase, all in the way. So she's like, she will get past whatever is going on with her and Heather to enjoy a good old margarita and put her feet in the sand, child. Basically, I'll get over for a free trip and free drinks, honey. I ain't worrying about Heather. I will go. I sure will go on your free trip and eat your food and drink your alcohol for free. I damn sure will. I'm gonna cause a little drama while I'm there, but I am gonna enjoy all of these amenities on you. You want to be rich? Hey, I'll let you be rich and I'll take advantage of it. Okay. So Heather and Jen sit down and talk about their diets. Heather says she only eats carbs on vacation, and Jen talks about her disconnection with her family and how Ryan doesn't appreciate what she does, and she doesn't appreciate what he does. If she admits she doesn't appreciate everything he does either, and she feels like they need to work on doing better with appreciating each other. So they kind of talk about their families because Heather was saying, I kind of see a little of Terry in you. In the beginning, me and Terry didn't really get to spend a lot of time together because he was always working. And I kind of had to put my foot on his neck a little bit and say, listen, hello, me and these kids. Yeah, we need time. Not all this, you putting too much time into working and less time in spending time with us. So you need to make a choice and you better choose wisely. Okay. So Heather was just kind of giving Jen a soft push as to saying, maybe you need to find a way to spend more time with your family so that can create less tension and resentment. So moving right along in the next scene, Heather, Shannon, and Gina sit down to drink champagne after they go horseback riding. And first of all, Emily was galloping off into the sunset. Okay, she was galloping all up and down the beach on that horse. I was like, okay, you Emily was definitely doing this professionally because her and Shannon grew up with horses. Emily grew up in Connecticut, and she said that they had horses. She was always riding horses, and Shannon said they had horses on their land. I think they lived on 43 acres of land or something like that. I'm like, child, the plantation of it all. But anyway, Shannon lived on a lot of land, and they owned horses, so both of them were experienced, nevertheless. So Heather, no, that's Emily, Shannon, and Gina sit down to drink champagne after horseback riding. And Shannon says she's worried about the reception that Heather is going to give Noella. Gina tells them that she had to convince Heather to even let Noella come, and Noella doesn't even know that. And Shannon says they should act as peacemakers and try to get Heather and Noella back together on one accord. Which I feel like, Shannon, just mind your business, girl. I know you trying to find a way to get in the mix and kind of get your name out there, and not so much the negativity of what you tried to do when you try to create that little scene behind everybody's back. You're getting over that. Don't try to get yourself in the middle of some more bullshit, okay? Because that is not going to be the look for you right about now. And Noella, you might need to abort mission with her because Honey Child is causing a whole lot of ruckus that ain't nobody ready for. So Shannon, Emily, and Gina come back from horseback riding and get in the pool. Then Emily and Shannon fall out of the hammock together. So they're all just pretty much having a good old time together. And Heather comes out there and says, all right, y'all, it's time to get ready for dinner. So they all get ready and they get in the van to go to dinner. And Noella's arrival was delayed because of her passport. So when she gets there, she arrives at the house and says she would have expected Heather to be there to receive her. And she was also being shady about the house. And at dinner, Shannon said Noella was on the way because Noella had basically arrived. First of all, Noella, your ass is late. So for you to come in here talking about somebody, you want this grand reception for people to receive you. What time did you expect to get here, honey? You were late for your flight because, as you said at dinner, you're used to flying private. You're used to a certain custom of life, right? And you only bring your passport card and you never bring your full passport because you're always flying private. So your trip was delayed because you were not flying private, honey. You should have been at the airport with them the day before, if that was the case. So don't get all bougie and extra like somebody's supposed to be doing all this extraness for you. Yes, you're going through a divorce. I get it. Cry me a river, dick face. I don't understand. These are not your real friends. You just met these broads and you're on a TV show with them. Why do you expect for everybody to do all this for you? No, you're late. We're at dinner and Heather plans things. You're late for what she planned. So you might want to hurry up and swish some mouthwash around your mouth and hurry up and get dressed and come on. Because we ain't got time for all that. Okay? So moving right along, Noella arrives to dinner. They order a bunch of appetizers, and Heather asks what happened because Heather feels like Noella just forgot her damn passport, which she did because she basically said she only used the passport card. So she explains the whole situation with the passport card and how she had to go get her actual passport, and she's not used to flying conventional flights. The ladies were talking about shots, and Noella was being bougie about chilling a tequila shot before drinking it. And Heather was over there giving her the damn lethal side eye the whole time, like, bitch, only person allowed to be bougie on this trip is me because I paid for it. Which I don't even know wholeheartedly if she paid for it, but whatever. But Noella was like, oh my gosh, who's drinking hot tequila? Oh my God. Like, she was just doing the most. I'm like, girl, you late and you doing the most. Shut up. If you don't drink this hot ass tequila shot and shut the hell up, like you're doing too much. She had them bring some ice over to pour the damn shot in it. I guess so it could get cold enough for her. Then she put it back in the shot glass. Then she need a special type of bitch. If you don't take this damn shot and shut the hell up, I was with Heather on that one. So then she says, Emily was making a joke about Shannon and her voice. She was saying, oh, Shannon put on the phone sex operator voice. And she was like, and Shannon said something just kind of being funny. And then Noella was like, yeah, I love Shannon's voice. Like, I love talking to Shannon. Shannon will call me all the time and she always checks in on me. She's such a good friend, and she makes, you guys, I understand, sometimes talking to you guys, I feel so much better about my situation because you getting cheated on, Gina. And, and you got a mugshot. And so did you, Shannon. You got cheated on too. So it's just like, I just feel so much better about my life. Like, I would not want to be y'all, like, for real. And Jen in her confessional was like, hello, Noella, read the damn room. We're not high-fiving you, sis. That's rude as hell. Like, what? You don't know what Mr. James is doing in Puerto Rico, or what was the other place that they said he was at? It began with an M. I don't know. But wherever that other place is that he at, that I can't pronounce, ma'am, please believe that he's laying down at night and he not alone. So don't play yourself. Okay? So while you over here trying to make it seem like you better than somebody, this man definitely is about to divorce you in the middle of the night. So just knock it the hell off and don't down nobody else in their situation. So then Jen says, wow, Noella can't read the room. She's it's all about the Noella show at this point. And Noella asked Emily, so what did Nicole say that I said that was negative about Emily and about you and Gina? So apparently Noella said that all Emily do is take her kids to get frozen yogurt and go to Costco. And Emily was like, well, I'm a mom, like, so. And then she said Gina's boyfriend, Travis, is broke. And she was talking. She said, well, I never said anything about Travis, but in her confessional, she said, I did say something about Gina's house. And only because apparently Bronwyn was talking about the house. But I'm sure all of them talk about Gina's house because her ass is not rich like them. She lives in a casita. Like, I could probably live in a casita. Like, that's some regular bitch shit. Like, that's not a Real Housewives of Orange County living situation with Gina. So that's probably why Noella said that. Because she's like, they probably all like, why the hell she on the show? She ain't even rich. Like, for real. Like, what the hell? How did she even get here? But I guess she probably still here because she been on the show for a little bit and people know her. And she's now grandfathered in brokenness and all. So it is what it is. So then Emily says, well, listen. And Gina said, well, I'm not even worried about any of that. Like, I understand that you're going, and I'm so tired of everybody saying Noella going through something. That's not a reason to be talking shit about people. Because baby, I don't care what you're going through. You're not about to talk shit about me and my family, me and my husband and my family, okay? Because what I'm going to give it right back to you. You're going to get read like an encyclopedia, like the rest of these hoes, okay? You're not about to be talking shit about me and think that you're going to get away with it, and all because you getting a damn divorce. Who gives a fuck? Apparently in Orange County, y'all get divorced every 5 minutes. So what is you saying? And you was only married to this fool for a year. And for him to divorce you the way that he's doing it, he must wanted to run off into the sunset with whoever else he's messing with. Or damn near just really just wanted to get away from you. So moving right along. Heather, she said in her confessional that she did in fact talk about Gina's house because it was stuff she heard from Bronwyn before she had ever even met Gina. But now she really likes Gina, probably because Gina listens to her bullshit about her divorce, and now she feeling bad that she didn't talk shit about the girl. Maybe you should stop talking about people, Noella. Maybe you should shut your damn mouth. How about that? Talk about your husband. Stop talking about these women. So Emily said Nicole probably said things as well. And Noella thinks Heather is setting Nicole up to make everyone hate Noella, which I am on team Nicole is talking shit too. And I do think that Heather is putting Nicole up to her bullshit, like to do her dirty work. And I'm just like, Heather, seriously, you 1 minute you're trying to be mature and you're saying, oh, well, maybe I'm just not the friend for you. And then you want to do little mean girl shit behind Noella's back where you inviting everybody somewhere except her. I also think Heather is jealous of Noella. Noella is, she has beautiful skin, beautiful hair, a nice body. She is a little dingbatish, okay? I ain't gonna front. She not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But she gonna give it back to you. She gonna read your ass back. Okay, she gonna have something to say. They do them little rich woman reads in Orange County. It ain't Atlanta, but they do a little something something. But I think that Heather is really jealous of Noella. I really do. I think she's jealous of her beauty, and she does have a little wit when she's around people. So she probably gives her this is who Terry would leave me for the younger version. Okay. So that's probably what Heather over there got her damn panties in a bunch about. She jealous of Noella's ass. So Noella, Gina, and Emily go to the bathroom, and Shannon talks to Jen and Heather, saying it appears Noella and Nicole aired their dirty laundry to each other, and they are airing, now they're airing each other out in public. And at the bathroom, Gina and Emily tell Noella she was being rude by not eating the food that Heather ordered for everyone. And Heather was not happy with her behavior. So at the table before Noella and Gina and Emily went to the bathroom, apparently Noella, she ate a little bit of the food and then she was like, let me just put a little bit of this in my mouth or whatever. And I don't know if Noella was just trying to be rude and not eat the food on purpose because she wanted to piss Heather off, or maybe she just ain't damn want it. Who knows? But she ain't eat the food, and apparently Heather was giving her the slick eye on the side. So Noella says, well, Heather seems to be offended by everything I do. Is it okay that I don't care what Heather thinks or says? And Noella feels like Gina and Emily have drank the Heather Kool-Aid, which they damn sure did. Now, I don't know so much about Emily because Emily got her own shit and her husband's family is rich, so they got money. I feel like people that have money are not heavily impressed by Heather because Heather's come a dime a dozen in Orange County or hell in California, period. Like, I don't need to have a 22,000 square foot house to feel like I'm somebody. But I can be okay in my house and be okay with what I have. And I do have a coin. So I'm not really tripping off of what Miss Heather Dubrow has. Like, it's cool to enjoy her home when she invites them over, or like if she want to kiki a little bit and talk and have some drinks, cool, I'll come drink your champagne, but it ain't nothing that it's not giving what I can't get if I'm rich and I'm on the show with you. Like, I'm not, what I'm getting at is why be jealous of her? Because y'all all have money apparently. So you don't need to be jealous of Heather and all the stuff that Heather does trying to make people jealous of her, or she's trying to be better than everybody. That stuff would just roll off my back because it wouldn't be nothing for me. So I don't know, y'all. I hope this gets more interesting because I'm starting to fall asleep. And Noella is just getting harder to bear. I'm sorry. I think she's beautiful and all that, but girl, you getting divorced. I'm not that invested yet because I don't even know you. So it's like, eh, stop being a bitch to everybody and just try to do better. Okay. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I am Shay Renee. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that watches this show too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.